to Fresh Death Comics. I'm your host, B. Luke. Hans is with me.
Hey guys.
It's a little bit different. We are now in your eyeballs instead of your ear holes.
Right inside of them.
It's the 50th episode. We have super plans for you. I already have a name for the episode.
Oh.
It's the Rebirth. We are now on a YouTube channel, Geek Public Access, and it's a brand new adventure for us. Our 50th episode, we decided, you know what? Let's do video content. Now, we're still going to have some audio, so it's our 50th episode, so we're going to have a 50th memorable moments and stuff. We'll have that on our audio.
Fresh, I stay fresh.
Welcome to Fresh to Death Comics. I'm your host, B. Luke. In the studio, I got Hans. What's going on, Hans?
Hey, Brian.
So we're back. Season 2, Episode 1.
Season 2, huh?
Yes.
Did we get a contract or something?
We do.
Really?
Yep. We
So are you the only one getting paid?
No, I don't get paid at all. I just
okay.
get to do it till the end of the semester.
Oh, right.
So we've been renewed. Yay.
Just making sure I wasn't missing out on anything.
So much has happened over the break.
What?
Well, I mean, in comic-wise news.
I thought you were excited
Maybe in your
about
own life. I mean, I am taking some awesome classes this semester. But
Don't lie.
taking a film class.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
That's my favorite class.
So
ever.
excited.
It is exciting.
Watching amazing movies.
We are.
Such as?
Glory.
Glory was a good movie. I agree.
Star Wars Episode 5. Empire Strikes Back.
Amazing movie.
Best movie ever.
I wouldn't go that far.
Why would you not go that far?
Wow, you just killed my mic there.
Sorry about that.
Unnecessary. I don't know. It's a great movie, but I wouldn't say best ever.
It's one of the best movies ever.
All right.
I mean,
Top 10? Top 10?
Well, number one's The Matrix, of course.
Okay. I guess
You disagree?
I don't have a top one.
You don't have a favorite movie of all
No,
time?
I've got a list of like 10 interchangeable movies.
You don't have one that goes, wow, I really like this movie. I want to listen to it for the rest of my life.
You want to listen to it?
Or
you don't want to watch it? You just want to listen to it?
Watch it, listen to it, do everything.
Just put it on in the background while you're doing your work?
Those are the best kind of movies. Where you can
Those
just
are
put
the
it
movies
on
you don't
and
want to pay attention
you just
to.
want to watch it 24 hours a day.
I could watch Iron Man 24 hours a day.
Then that would be your favorite movie.
I don't know about that.
You don't know.
I don't know.
How do you know? I don't know. I've never heard someone who goes, I've never had a favorite movie.
Well, I don't. I have a lot of movies I like.
But none were, like, if I say, hey, Hans, let's go see a movie right now.
Yeah.
I have Netflix in my back room. I can get any movie in the world. What movie would you choose?
All right. I have one movie that always stays on my Netflix list.
All right.
Instant.
Yes.
Eternal Sunshine.
That's mine?
Yes, sir.
Jim Carrey, I love that movie.
That's a great movie.
Maybe that is your number. I mean, it's a movie you watch. Like for me, like
I could watch that movie anytime.
Then that would be your favorite movie. We just discovered your favorite movie.
Oh, this
Wow.
is a good day.
Already, episode
Good
1.
day,
discovered
great show.
Episode 1. Hans discovers his favorite movie.
And it just went downhill from there. I went to work, which is always terrible. And I tried to come home yesterday, ran out of wiper fluid.
Oh, no.
And I was just washing my window with a paper towel trying to get here on time for class.
Oh, probably shouldn't have told that. Your mom's probably listening like, Hans, what are you doing driving your car and you're wiping it off?
Just so you know, my mother sounds nothing like that.
A little bit.
A little bit?
I think she'd say the same things, but her voice would be a little different. But I always imagine your mom would say that, even though I know your mom.
All right, one more time.
Hans, what's wrong with you driving your car and you're wiping off your fluids? What's wrong with you?
I just had to get to class, Mom.
Well, I don't care. You gotta be like safe. Your teachers won't understand.
I no, they won't.
They will understand.
All right, maybe.
All right, enough.
That's ridiculous.
It is. But wiper fluid. How come you didn't stop at a gas station and fill up? I mean,
I don't know. I
gas
was on a
stations have it?
time schedule. I had to hand in a paper. It was the
You were
quickest
flustered.
option. I was flustered?
Sounds like you were very flustered. Like, I gotta go.
Maybe a little bit.
So
I had to get to class.
That's what's coming out this Wednesday. Is the second printing of Fantastic Four with Johnny Storm.
The death of Johnny Storm.
Yep, and then the last issue of
Should have
Fantastic.
spoilered that, but that's okay.
Well, I don't know.
People should know by now.
Yeah. If you didn't, you just ruined their life.
I ruined everybody's life, yes.
Apologize.
I'm sorry, people.
All right. Apology accepted by me and hopefully the rest of the people, because forgiveness is
There's
the
no
key.
mobs running into the studio.
I hope they do and they beat you.
Just
That'd be
me?
hilarious.
Oh, yeah,
I
that'd
didn't
be
ruin it.
great.
I didn't ruin it. You ruined it. But yeah, Joe Quesada, he's doing. We talked about that earlier, but also the last issue of Fantastic Four's and coming out this week
Correct.
as well.
Maybe there's
which-
going to be a little more death in that issue.
Yeah, you hated the issue of Fantastic Four when he with the whole Johnny Storm death.
It's true. Nobody died in that issue.
they did
and
die?
I will stick to this.
All right,
Till the end, I will stick to this.
Explain yourself.
What did I say? No body,
No blood,
no
death.
blood, no blood, no body, no death.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there's things that could have happened. Why didn't he go supernova? Which I hope this issue will clear up, like
Right.
the fight scene and whatnot. Because I do agree, like it doesn't make any sense. It feels like it was rushed, and I feel like
You feel like what was rushed?
I felt like the fight scene was rushed. Like we should have seen him fighting. Like we saw the sacrifice it took.
all we did was saw him
And-
get
and I
eaten
f-
almost.
Like, why
by
didn't he
a
go
swarm of
supernova?
bugs.
Why didn't he fight harder? Why didn't he fly up into the air away from the bugs?
The bugs can fly?
Yeah, but I feel like in the air, Johnny Storm could take on a lot easier than on the ground.
Really?
I think he could.
Why?
Because, I mean, they have wings. Their wings are meltable. They can melt. Meltable.
These are alien bugs, Brian.
They're alien bugs. I feel like their wings would be made of anything. Like
What if their
paper-
wings are made of metal?
Then Johnny Storm would sit back on the ground and be like, "Hey guys, you ever play poker?
You ever
Let's
play
be
poker?
friends." No, but I just feel like
I got a straight flush.
I feel like there should be hot pocket. I feel like it should
What was-
be. I thought about him.
What are you, hungry?
No, I thought about like Johnny Storm, like be like, "Hey, let's play cards, and who wants some food? I can make some hot pockets." Sorry, that was really random.
That was pretty random.
But I feel like everyone should say hot pockets whenever they start talking, like hot pockets,
And then just start talking?
and just start, like just interject it wherever you go. Do it.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, and then people are like, "What are you talking about?" And be like, "Hot pockets."
All right,
are
I'm
awesome."
gonna do that this week.
All right, do this
when
week.
when I'm talking to people, I'm just gonna all of a sudden say hot pockets.
And you just say in a high pitched voice, like hot pockets.
Hot pocket.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, exactly like that. And see where it takes you. Hey, who knows? You might become the funniest man on campus, and
Because of hot pocket?
maybe you
No,
never know.
you'll just end up becoming the hot pocket dude.
That'd be an awesome nickname.
No, that would be terrible.
Hey, it's Hot Pocket Hans.
It's hot pocket ons.
Hot
All
Pocket
right,
Ons.
that sounds okay. What if it was like hot pocket Brian?
That'd be terrible.
That would be terrible. Hot pocket Luke.
That would. I wouldn't like that.
So
but
I gotta bring this up. We talked last week about your real name,
correct.
and we put this up on the Facebook page. But I'm pretty disappointed with our users. You know, they didn't comment at all. It's almost as if they don't care.
no, it's that they don't want to hear my name on the radio.
I think everybody wants to hear your name.
Nobody does. And just speaking of Facebook, we do have our episodes online.
We do.
So go ahead and listen to last
Listen.
week's episode.
Laugh, love.
We record this one, so we're hopefully going to put this one up this week. We're trying to work on iTunes.
Probably
again.
tonight.
Probably tonight. We're going to stay up till 4 a.m. again. But yeah, we're trying to get on iTunes, so that'll be momentarily. A little couple of glitches running into, but
Couple?
Hans, our master computer hacker person.
Whoa,
Should
whoa,
call you
whoa.
computer hacker because you're not hacking anything. You're just really
Technically,
good
that's what they're called, though.
but you're not hacking
Programmers
anything.
are sometimes
Because
called
when I say
hackers.
computer hacking, I think of illegal activities.
Yeah, I know.
But
It's a common misconception.
I don't know. I just wanted to redeem your name.
All right, I
'Cause,
appreciate
I said
that.
computer hacker, and I was like,
You wanted to redeem
Some-
Hot Pocket
your mom's
Hans.
listening, like, why is that nice boy calling you a hacker? You do good things on there. And I don't want your mom being upset. Be like, because she's like, you're a good person.
My mom could never be upset with you.
I know. If she
Why do
only-
you say it like that, Brian?
If she only knew.
Oh,
'Cause,
great.
I don't know. I think I make her laugh.
I think you make everybody laugh.
I do. It's my gift
I think it's mostly the
and a curse.
fact that you fall down a lot.
Okay, fell on the escalator and on my bed and down the stairs and I fell in at least 10 times this week. I
At
don't know why.
least.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't either, but it's hilarious.
It's the ice and my fact that my concentration isn't on my walking because my feet are too big for the stairs.
Is that what it is?
It is. My feet do not fit on the stairs. My feet are too big.
Don't you think they think about this?
I don't think they figure that size 16 people, someone who wears a size 16 shoe should be walking on stairs.
So I don't think Shaq needs to be walking upstairs.
I don't think Shaq can walk upstairs.
Really?
I wonder. I want to know how he walks up.
I think people carry him.
Because I mean, he's got what size? 20-something shoes, somewhere around there.
I think that's exaggerating.
No, it's like 18
Really?
to 20. Because I have a friend. His name is Jared, ironically. Not Jared, our comic book Jared, but this other Jared.
Okay.
And he wears size 18.
Oh.
And I was just thinking, how does he get upstairs? Like, I feel like he'd have the same problem I do. Like, because you're only so much of your foot can fit on there.
Right.
So you have to like run up the stairs all the time. Iron Fist has 2 costumes. He's got the green and gold
and the white and gold. Right.
Gold. I love the white and gold.
Why?
It looks so nice on him.
I think it looks
makes him
ridiculous.
look super.
Super, super?
Super, super. Not just super, super, super.
It's not super, super, super?
Well, it might be a super, super, super.
He didn't take it to a whole nother level?
He took it to a whole nother level.
That is ridiculous.
He did. He took it. It was. I love the white and gold.
I just don't understand it. Why would you wear white and gold?
Why wouldn't you wear white and gold?
You realize you're going to have to wash that suit every day.
You should be washing your suit every day. You know how much you stink? You're like sweating it. You're fighting crime. Especially he's Iron Fist. He knows karate.
All right, come on. Spider-Man doesn't wash his suit every day.
Yes, he does.
No, he does
Okay,
not.
no, he doesn't.
How many times do you see him wash his suit?
I've seen him wash it a couple times. This is a comic.
He probably makes a suit every issue. He makes a new suit every issue.
No, not maybe. I don't know.
He's got the money now.
He does have the money, so he could. And I think the Tron suit would clean itself. Maybe that's why I made the Tron suit. He saved so much money on his.
Then he can just clean it. It can clean itself.
Thanks to my Tron suit, I saved so much money on my washing bill. Thank
By
you.
switching to Tron suit. No, all right.
No, I don't know. I just thought about how awesome that'd be as an advertisement.
I don't-
for Tron suit.
For Tron suit.
Buy yours today for $4,000.
Wow, that's pretty
Would
expensive.
you think that you think the suit boosts his powers any?
Boosters?
Boosts.
Boosters?
Boosts. The plural boosting.
Of course it is. Yes, because it's mechanical.
I don't know. I feel like should be discussed of how much
It's basically an Iron Man suit, but
It is,
not
but-
that high tech.
it is, and that's what bothers me. I just thought about this: is how his suit may not be, with the whole you can call it pajama suit
Pajamas, sure.
because it's just a cloth suit. You saw he was so, flexible and he could always dodge things. Now with this suit, I mean, how much is his spider reflex?
I feel like he has to oil his joints. He's like the Tin Man.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff he does in that suit, it's gotta. I don't know, I feel like it's going to cause problems for him. Maybe that's why he switches suits to the white Future Foundation suit.
How do you think he pees in this suit?
I think there's probably I don't like to think about those things, Hans.
I know, but it just came to my mind. How does he pee in this suit?
What is your we're not talking about this.
How does he pee in his pajamas? They don't have a fly.
No, he has to take the whole thing off.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. In this new suit, maybe he built like some sort of system where he pees and it comes out of his
Though
toes or
there
something.
was
I don't know.
times where Spider-Man's swing goes, man, I think I just peed myself.
Where did it go? That's why he washed his suit.
I'm gonna have to I don't want to think about this. That's gross. You realize he's swinging through New York City and he's
He could just be peeing on people.
I know people think it's raining and you go, oh, it's raining, and
That's not rain.
the kid's playing it like, oh, it's raining, and then you pick up the kid. What do you smell?
Did you realize they could clone Peter Parker that way?
With his pee? You can clone pee?
I don't know. It's got to have DNA in it.
Why are we? I don't know. I don't understand.
I'm not a
why we're talking about
scientist. Because it's hilarious.
Welcome to Fresh Earth Comics. I'm your host, B. Luke, and as always, joining me right across from me is the big-hearted Hans. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good, but I've got a Whopper out in the car. Can you just give me like 5 minutes?
Oh, a Whopper?
Yeah, I've just got a Whopper in the car.
Why is there a Whopper in your car, sir?
Well, I went to the what is it, Burger King,
Yeah.
and I just I bought it, but I didn't finish it. So there's a Whopper in my car.
If you would like to go finish that, I don't know why you didn't do it before time.
Yeah,
but...
just give me about a couple minutes.
All right. You doing all right? And you walk up and the guy zombie like, "Blah!" And at that moment, I don't think you'd remain calm. Zombie looks at you
And I know you, Tom. You with horror movies, you would not do well. I think you would poop your pants and freeze and die.
So you're me. I see the zombie, and I just defecate right there.
You defecate.
It just drops all over, and I'm like, ugh, and I just crumble like a little girl.
I think so. I think that's what would happen.
The thing is, that fake life I can't handle. Real life, I walk through cemeteries at night. I'm fine. I have no problem. I have no problem.
Cemeteries don't have zombies in it. Tom,
I'm
saying, Tom.
Maybe you just can't get out.
Tom, zombie is as far as you're a foot away from me. Because you don't really realize the zombie attack's happening. All of a sudden you see one guy fly at another guy and you hear sounds. You're like, what's going on? So you go over and he's deep into this guy's neck. Like, he's gripping him. And he looks up at you and you hear this. Blood dripping down. You lose it.
No,
you're gone.
I already told you. My first reaction is run.
I'm
not out of there.
It's not. I don't think so. I'm
just gonna stand there and just fully unload my bowels.
Yes.
Like, fully just like, and he's coming at me. I'm like, so I'm not done yet. And I'm just sit there, watch that brown stain just take. I'm wearing khakis by that point, brown khakis. I'm like, don't know how it happened.
I mean, luckily, if the zombie goes back to eating, you can probably gain composure and be like, I gotta get out of here. But if he sees you and then wants to attack you, you're done for.
Do you think because of the defecation, the zombie won't recognize that you're alive? Like
the smell might be like almost death-like.
Yeah.
And he'd be, you know what? Maybe it's a natural like survivor mode of mine.
Yeah.
I completely empty my bowels and he'd be like, well, most humans have full colons, so I don't think this is one anymore.
You've officially adapted to the situation.
Yeah, so I officially and I cover myself. I just pull it.
Oh no!
Stick my hand and just and I do like some Braveheart thing on my face. So I'm like, what? Freedom of bowels. And I just start throwing at other people because obviously they need protection too. We got some predator instincts going on. We're like, cover yourself in my fecal matter, and just fling it like a monkey on Tuesday, like woohoo! And then I saved everyone. You're right.
You officially saved the entire staff.
I saved everyone.
The entire shopping community of Home Depot.
And since I'm so fearful of zombies, I'm gonna run out of the store and I'll be like, oh no, more! And I just have more to give now. And I just keep going around America saving people.
With your poo.
With my poo.
Worst book for me had to be Spider-Gwen. It really was. You dropped it 5 issues ago.
Yeah, where you been, man?
I've been loving, because I love who Spider-Gwen is. This whole essence of who she is and what she does.
What is
in my mind, Spider-Gwen
What's the
is
essence?
a different world, and she's got to live with killing Peter Parker in the same time trying to be a teenage girl who the cops are chasing. She's trying to figure out her friend's life. She's trying to figure out her father. Like, she's just trying to live life. And this book is just kind of derailed and gone off into Crazy Train. You know, you got the Punisher eating donuts.
He got super mad that his donut fell on the ground. Like, his eyes were filled with donut sprinkles. And he just raged out at that point.
Yeah, I mean...
Not my donut!
You have, like, 2 different Captain Americas.
I didn't know what was happening there.
Yeah, it's just a book...
I think one's Falcon, one's Captain.
Maybe. It was just not very explained.
And then when they fuse, they're Captain Falcon.
And I don't care for the Captain DeWolf. Jean DeWolf. I don't like her in the 616.
In the regular books,
I don't like her in the regular books. She's Wraith. Yeah, she's Wraith. But I don't like her. I thought you said she's great in the regular books.
No, she's Wraith.
And I was like, she ain't great. I hate her character.
The purple costume.
Yeah, she's Wraith, yeah. But she's, I don't care for her character. I wish she would have stayed dead. I don't know why anybody decided to bring her back.
Yeah, I thought she did die. Like, Peter couldn't save her underwater or something.
And all of a sudden she came back, and there was a whole mini story like behind the Spider-Man books about it. I skipped it. Don't care. She's not a character. I don't think I care about cops who are trying to be good.
You don't care about good cops?
I don't care about good cops in my comic book reading, unless the book is about good cops. If I'm reading Spider-Gwen, if I'm reading the fantastic world of Howard the Duck, I don't want to know about cops at that point. If I want to read Copy McCopperson Saves the Day, let me read that book.
You should write that.
Maybe, like...
Give me a little Copy McCopperson.
Alright. So Copy McCopperson wakes up in the morning. He has his daily coffee.
What kind of coffee does he drink? Is it just straight black?
Just straight black, because he's a cop who knows how to do it.
Alright.
He goes outside.
He's up all night.
He's not up all night. He went to bed at 8 because he had to be up in the morning.
Oh, because he's a good cop.
He's a good cop.
So he goes to bed at 8.
He wakes up, he starts walking down the road, all of a sudden he sees a burglary in progress.
Oh, no.
This guy, it's 6
How
o'clock.
many suspects?
Just one. This guy, 6 o'clock in the morning. Guy's super drunk. He goes, "Yeah, girl, you're going to give it to me." And the girl's like, "No!" And he's like, "I'm not letting this go down. I will not let this happen."
This is a mugging?
It's worse. It's a rapening.
It's a rapening.
It's a rapening.
God!
So he sees this and he's like, "I'm not going to let this happen. I refuse to. I have to be in work in 20 minutes. You know what? I'm a good cop. I'm going after him." And he goes after him. And he says, "You! Hands above your head!" And the guy's like, copper.
What's he got? Does he got a gun, a taser?
He's got his gun.
Bobby stick? Like,
he's got his gun. He's got his gun.
Right.
He has it out on him. He's get away from the woman. And he goes, "Nuh-uh. This is mine."
Is it loaded with bullets or blanks?
It's bullets. He's a cop. Cops don't have blank bullets.
Well, he's a good cop, so
He's
you
good.
know.
Good cops have good bullets. So
Good cops have good bullets.
that's how it works. So the
The
cop.
logic there is not flawed.
So the guy's like, "No, go away, copper, or I'll kill her." And he goes, "I'm not gonna let that happen." Boom, fires a bullet and kills the guy. Because he's not gonna take a chance and let her die.
But don't you think a good cop would have just shot him in the knee?
No, because in the knee, the robber might. He has a knife. The bad guy has a knife. You shoot him in the knee, he stabs the girl.
Someone shoots me in the knee, I'm dropping to the ground, and my knife, I don't care.
Not in a sex-filled rage. I mean, if you want coitus really bad, people do crazy stuff for it. Good cop is making sure she stays safe at all times.
Man, it's hard to be a good cop.
It is. That's the drama. So now the police chief goes, "What'd you do? Why didn't you shoot him in the leg? You can't just shoot people in the head." And he goes, "I wouldn't." And he does the same thing I did, where he said he's not going to let someone goes. And he goes, "Know what? You're on street beat. You got to give out tickets."
Oh,
And he's like, "No!" And that's how issue 1 ends.
So Copper McCopperson
Copper McHopperson is now
doomed
stuck doing tickets.
to street beat.
He's doomed to street beat until he can redeem himself.
So now it just turns into parking wars.
No, dude, issue 2 would be even better. Like, he would see, a car full of drugs, and he would be like,
How would you see it full of drugs? Like, the cocaine is just loaded into the back seat?
Yeah, it's on the suitcases, and he can see the powder.
And this is just bad criminal.
Yeah, they're a bad criminal. And in his mind, he goes, "I can't call this in because they're not going to be here in time. I can see them walking up because that's them. I see a suitcase that looks identical to this. I got to steal this car.
I have to steal the car.
I have to steal a car and bring it to the police station so they don't have the drugs. Because I don't have my gun because I'm a beat cop now."
Right.
So he steals a car and goes to the police station, and his boss is just like, "What are you doing? You can't bring drugs into a police station." He's like, "Listen, here's the license plate. Here's this. I did it. Here's a picture of him. I took it on my smartphone before I left." And he's like, "All right, let's go get these guys." And they arrest the biggest drug lords in all of Townsville.
Townsville? What state?
Colorado.
Townsville, Colorado.
That's right.
Man, he's got to deal with a lot of snow too.
He does, and that's later issues. That's the Christmas edition.
You think
He's got to go after bad Santas.
You think during the Christmas edition, the bad guys will just start throwing snowballs filled with grenades?
Maybe. I mean, I haven't really thought that far, but
I'm thinking that far.
I mean, if this is special Christmas edition of the issue. Yeah, these bad Santas would have guns. They would have all kinds of grenades. They'd be like, "Hey kid, you want a present?" And it's like a bomb. Boom. Yeah, they're like bad.
Merry
Santas.
Christmas.
The cop's like, "I gotta be a good cop and take out these Santas." And he's like, "It's a good day to die hard." Now he's
just stealing lines from Die Hard.
Because that's all he knows.
That's all he knows. He's John McClane.
When he goes home at night, he watches Judge Dredd. He watches Die Hard. He watches Lethal Weapon. He watches Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
He probably watched Paul Blart Mall Cop too.
He did, so he could see the bad parts of it. He goes, "I gotta be as passionate as him, but I gotta also not be like him. I gotta lose some weight."
He realized that he can't have a Segway in his uniform.
Yeah, because he goes, Segways are only gonna slow me down.
That's right.
Rapers are not going to stop me on a Segway. I gotta run.
What were we talking about?
Spider-Gwen.
We were.
So needless to say,
Not a fan of Spider-Gwen. That's all I have to say about that.
So it's Podomatic. Just search Fresh Earth Comics, and you can always find us on iTunes. So listen to the memorable moments of the past 50 episodes. Hans, do you have a favorite moment of the last 50 episodes?
They're all my favorite moments, man. Yeah.
I mean, going through it, there's one conversation we had I didn't put on there because I didn't know if it was appropriate or not. You went to a Bill Cosby concert he was holding, comedy special, and you had fun. And my question I proposed to you was, I wonder what other stories he has that he hasn't told anybody. And now with everything out, I'm just like...
Well, we know one of them, right?
I know, it's just hard. So that's why I posted. I was like, man, this guy, he's kind of... because you were so excited. And now, like, there's no way that conversation would be like that nowadays.
I don't even know why you're bringing it up.
Because it was just... I thought it was kind of cool to look back at our time and, like, how things have changed.
Yeah, we used to be in college, and now we're not.
Yeah, when I was in college, you did a radio show, we had the mics, it was, everything's changed. I mean, I think the P episode is one of my favorite episodes, which we have that clip for you. Copy McCopperson's another one of my favorites.
You put that on there?
I put that on there as well.
That's super recent.
It is,
find
but...
that in our backlog.
You can, but I just... It's a memorable moment for me. Okay. And there's a couple of things with you, but, yeah, so another memorable moment this past weekend, LeBron James...
Oh, boy.
That boy right there.
That guy, can you see him over here?
Brought
this guy.
the championship crown to Cleveland. King James brought it home.
I don't think they have a crown, but he should have.
He should have a crown? I mean, he brought a trophy.
He deserves one?
He deserves one. I mean, they went, over 50 years without a championship?
Someone check that. I don't know.
It was a long time. It was a long drought. I mean, Cleveland Browns, there's no way they're winning a Super Bowl anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, do they still have Johnny Manziel? Is that a thing?
I heard he was kind of on the outs last time I heard.
I mean, he shouldn't play anyway, but whatever.
So, but it was... Yeah, so LeBron, I was so happy. We're Snapchatting each other, and you want Steve Curry to win. Stephon
Curry? Yeah, I was just, hassling you. I didn't really care.
I was so excited, man. I was
wearing blue. So.
There was 10 seconds left of the game. It's a 3-point game. LeBron gets fouled, but he falls down hard. He's hurting it. He's rubbing his arm. He's crying. Like, he's in pain. And he's like, oh. I'm like... Oh no, LeBron's not going to be able to shoot the three throws. Stephon Curry's going to get the ball, shoot the three, going to go into overtime, Cavs are going to lose. But look, LeBron pulled it through, he shoots the one, he just needed one basket, and he did it. The rest is history.
And the rest is history.
Now, of course, Irving and J.R. Smith should get credit, but no one cared. Like, did you watch any of the post-game interview stuff?
No, I turned it off right after the clock expired.
The lady literally went to people, and, like, Jules Irving, she had the mic, and she's like, what do you think of LeBron James giving the trophy, bringing that home? What does that mean to you? How does it feel to have a man like LeBron James on your team? And the guy, like, these players, they played with him. They scored points. It wasn't like he held it all on his back. Yeah, LeBron James deserves credit. But I just felt it was insulting to ask these players about another player. It'd be like, how do you feel that Brian's in Fresh Earth Comics?
I don't care.
How is it that, it's like, man, you're part of Fresh Earth Comics too. Why are you not included? So it was just, I thought it was rude, if anything.
I mean, he's the big money draw, right?
He is, but I mean, you have to respect the other players too.
So when they were down 3-1, did you ever think they were going to come back and win this thing?
Never thought they were going to come back.
And do you think it's rigged?
That was in my mind, like,
ABC needs this to go to 7 games. They need the ad revenue from this, and like, do you think, I don't know, ABC gave the Cavs or gave somebody a little money just to,
to make the Cavs win? I wonder that. I mean, here we are, the best record ever in the NBA was Golden State. And then for them to lose, like, 3 games in a row?
Well, the thing is, they beat them by, like, 30 points the first game, like 30 points the second game, and then all of a sudden, they started playing well. Cleveland did.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me. They should have lost by 30 again.
according to math, if statistics work the way they should.
Just because they were in a different location.
I don't want to believe that. I want to believe that LeBron dug deep and pulled his team together and was like, guys, we can do this. And everybody just was so, their heart was in it. Like Stephon Curry, it's almost like when you play somebody, like you ever play a little kid in Mario Kart and you're like, man, I got this. This little kid doesn't know how to play, so you kind of don't play your heart. It's like when you make a turn, you just kind of don't use the speed you should. You're just like casually doing. All of a sudden he beats you. You're like, what? Oops.
Did Golden State get cocky? Like, what is
That's what I feel. I feel like they just thought they had it in the bag, so they didn't have to play as hard. That's my theory. And then once it came to Game 7, I mean, the Cavs are on an all-time high of like, oh man, we got to do this. This is fantastic. And nope, like,
What?
Like Golden State's just like, oh, like they're just defeated already. Like, man, I don't know what to do. It's almost like when we play basketball and you score, your score is outrageous, and I'm like, I'm gonna try everything I can. So I'm just shooting everything because I'm just freaking out. Kind of feel like that's like once I got to Game 7, they're just throwing balls at the hoop. Like, I hope it goes in. I can't do this. I can't lose.
They just completely forgot how to play basketball.
They forgot how to play.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Stephon Curry, how do you miss the shots he did? Like, here's a man who can hit 3-pointers in his sleep. Like, he probably has like in his bed has a basketball hoop and just shooting threes.
I mean, if you take 40 shots, you're bound to miss some of them.
Yeah. So last time we got together and did an episode, we discussed our top picks of the week. You chose the book Deadly Class.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty fancy.
See that? You see that? Got that right there.
So you chose the book Deadly Class. Did you like it, Hans? Was it a good pick?
This was crazy, man. You read this?
You had me read it, and
Yeah.
I have to say, this book, wow. You said, the quote was last week, that you don't know if it's going to end or not because it's only scheduled for 21 issues. And
No, that's not what it said, because it's just in the back. Like, I looked ahead, and on the back there was no to be continued, so I don't know what's happening. I peeked.
Oh. Well, there's no to be continued.
There's not, I know, I told you that last time.
Yeah, it was... Now, I don't know a lot of the characters. I stopped around issue 8. But this book was a wild adventure. Like, people are dying left and right. I was like, man, this book is insane. This book went all out, no holds bar match.
Yeah, nobody was safe in this issue.
Yeah.
And, I mean, just to, spoil everything, our main character, Marcus, took a sword to his chest. He's gone, man.
He's done.
I'm like, you made a connection with that guy from issue 1, and now he's gone. Like, if they continue, what's going to happen the second year? Who are they going to follow?
It's good.
Probably the girl that killed him.
Probably. But I can't see the book going on. I mean, they kind of... Unless they introduce a whole new freshman class and go with...
Yeah, they are.
class.
There's a whole new freshman class coming in.
Yeah, so now we just have the sophomores from last year, and they're just like... That'd be kind of interesting to jump
So,
into.
like, at the end of every year, are they just going to kill 700 of the cast?
Yeah, and so whoever...
One left, alright, we follow that.
And maybe that's why the old upperclassmen are so, like, hardened at that point. They're just like, man, I killed all my friends. Like, I can do anything. I mean, that's what makes a great assassin, is the fact that they can kill people without having a thought.
Without having a thought.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you're gone, see ya.
you're gone. Like, I don't have it. Like, I can't kill you. You're my host. Like,
I mean, there was a lot of that going on in here. This one character was forced to kill his boyfriend, and he was dealing with that for an issue.
yeah, but I mean, here it is like, once you kill the person you love or your best friend, what's killing someone else? Like, here's
Oh, yeah, there's nothing to it.
like, once you hit that point of killing somebody who's important to you, who cares? Like,
based on experience, right?
I don't know. I've never killed anybody. I mean, I killed an ant earlier. That was
Yeah, that's
the
kind of
highlight
sad.
of my murder week.
You should have just, like, put him in a farm.
No, he comes to my house. He's gone.
Well,
So, my pick of the week was Power Rangers Pink. It was this Power Rangers special where it's going to focus on Kimberly after she's left the Power Rangers, And I gotta say, it was a lot of fun. Hans, you read it. Did you get the same enjoyment I did?
No, probably not. I mean, it was a Power Rangers book. The writing was better than the main ongoing, I'll say that.
No, what's nice is the writer, Fletcher and Thompson, they're the ones who did Batgirl. So it had, did you feel a Batgirl vibe to it?
I didn't, no.
There's a panel.
Sorry.
There's a panel where she's on the motorcycle.
Uh-huh.
And it kind of reminded me, I was like, oh man, this is Batgirl right here. She got the leather jacket on, and even her suit kind of looks like Batgirl if you think about it. Her new Power Ranger girl suit.
I mean, it's a Power Ranger suit.
Yeah, but it kind of looks like Batgirl suit.
She doesn't have a cape.
She doesn't.
She has a helmet, too.
She does.
No bat ears.
Well, correct, but I mean, it just looked similar. I didn't mean it was the Batgirl suit. It just looked similar. But it was a lot of fun. Goldar's in it.
Goldar is in it.
I
He
mean,
makes a little surprise cameo, I guess.
And stuff happens with Kim's family. I mean, it brought you on a breaking point of like, oh man, this book just got real.
Some of the jokes in the name calling was a little cheesy, but I guess that's what you get. It's a little fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, there is always going to be like cheap name calling stuff, but that's what you get with a Power Rangers book. I mean, they're not going to be blatant and be like, your mom is not a nice lady. I don't know. I don't want to swear, but you know, like use some adult language. No, they're not going to do that. Power Rangers books for all ages.
Your mom is not a nice lady.
Oh,
So it was fun, right?
it was. I had a lot of fun. Did you at least have fun reading it?
I mean, a little bit, but it was more fast-paced, like, what's happening. Like, there's action, and you don't know what's going on, really, but you find out in the end, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a 6-issue, man.
Now, see, I would come back to see why these little lagoon guys are transforming people into lagoon guys.
Yeah. So
I
you're,
don't know.
yeah. I mean,
Intrigued, I guess. The mystery intrigued me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be back. I would like to find out Daily Class. I kind of want to read the next year. So
Yeah, read the next year.
I'm glad that you let me read that.
You got it.
All right. So now let's discuss DC Rebirth.
Okay.
It is an adventure ride. It's been all over the place. Like, there's some books that are great, some books that are not. But Flash, I think, is one of the highlights of the Flash Rebirth. It actually kind of directs correlation to what happened in Rebirth. You have Wally West trying to come back to this universe, and the Flash remembers him. And so he's trying to save Wally West from dying.
Why is it important that the Flash remembers him?
Because Wally West is, for whatever reason, he is an important staple, and whoever erased the last 10 years of their life took him existence for a reason, and he's probably going to do it again.
So where did we find out that Wally West was missing? Because I read this book, and I read Titans as well, and I had no idea.
So you found out when the New 52 happened.
See, I didn't read any of the New 52.
Correct. So technically, there was the last days of Wally West before Flashpoint, and Flashpoint happened. Wally West disappeared, and he ran into like this speed zone thing, and we thought, and it was like, oh, Flashpoint. So we always thought, oh, he was just hiding and stuff. But once Flashpoint was over, New 52 happened. There was no more Wally West.
Where'd he go?
No one knew. It was just one of those things that, like, man, where's Wally West? We really like him, and he just has been gone. But now he's back.
Do we know where he was?
We don't know where he was yet. He says he was just trapped in time, and he saw all the events. But I don't know. Did you like the Flash?
I didn't.
Oh no! Why?
I'm sorry.
Why? You didn't like it? Wasn't fun? It wasn't refreshing?
No, I mean, I didn't get any of that from it.
I mean, maybe it's because the Flash, the New 52 Flash, was so boring. Like the end of the New 52 arc, it was the Riddler versus the Flash, and the Flash was just like, "Everyone, I'm Barry Allen. Look at me." And then he like hid his identity later. So he's just like someone else is running around with the Speed Force, and Riddler thought he was not the Flash. He's like, "This guy's an imposter. Get him out of here." And he was like, "Oh, I can be the Flash again. No one knows who I'm the Flash." It was really, really dumb.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was just a dumb issue. And so this one here, it just felt exciting. It was something new. I'm excited to see what happens.
You know what it feels like? It feels like DC didn't want to do an event, right? so they release one book, right? And now that one book has spawned 3 or 4 or 5 books. And it's just an event hidden within ongoing.
I mean, the event will happen. We're going to find out who's behind all this. I mean, it may be the Watchmen, maybe not. I mean, that's what they're kind of hinting at.
I'm calling it a cash grab.
Cash grab?
Yep.
I'm excited to see where this one goes. But continuing with this, like, Flash brings Wally West back. He uses Speed Force to do it. And then Wally West goes to find his friends, the Titans. And it's really weird. I always want to say Teen Titans, but they're not. They're just the Titans.
Used to be the Teen.
They used to be Teen Titans.
And Cyborg is there, right?
Yes.
Cyborg's on the Teen Titans. Not
So-
in this book.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this is like a different Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Like Beast Boy isn't there.
Let's just put the cartoon on. I'd be satisfied.
You didn't like this one either?
No, I didn't. I felt like it was just a good way to introduce the characters if you've never known them before.
Correct. Did you know any of those characters?
Aside from Robin. They just kind of didn't talk about Robin.
Did you know who these characters were?
No.
Me neither. So for me, it was kind of fun. Like, I was like, oh, I knew who Robin was. I knew who Red Wing was, or Red Arrow was. I was just like, I don't know who these other guys was. So it was kind of cool to learn, like, oh, this guy's an Atlantean. This person's from that. Like, it was fun to know it, and then to see the memories, like them getting their memories back. I don't know. It's just like almost like a reunion. Like, here he is. Like, they're like, how could we forget our best friend? I mean, think about it.
But how are they getting the memories back? I don't get it.
When Flash touches them, there's something in the Speed Force that just zaps their memory back.
But
And
we
it also
can't.
changes the history of it as well.
But we can't. We can't investigate the Speed Force, right? That's what they're saying.
They will.
Saying
That's what
Speed
they're-
Force is untouchable.
They
They have an
will do
agreement
it.
between this, and the Justice League.
Yeah, but who knows? They might change it now. Now that Wally's back, I mean, they got to find out who's behind this, what's going on.
I don't know, man.
I was kind of upset by it. But if something happened to me, I would want to know what happened to that Speed Force. Like, I would investigate. I don't care what you tell me. I'd be like, no, I'm investigating. I'm going to find out. That's what I would do.
All right, you become a detective.
I'll become Batman, I guess.
Sure.
So, the next book sparked a lot of controversy.
I mean, I don't think it did at all.
Superman #1. It's a good book. My biggest problem with it, I mean, besides this major problem.
Wait, is this
but
the rebirth? Is this the zero or
This is #1.
This is an actual number 1.
This is the actual #1.
So it's not a fake number 1.
It's not fake. Yeah, the fake. Yeah, it's the real Superman #1. It's written and drawn by the creative team behind Batman and Robin. And it was hard for me to look at Superman, look at Clark and John, his son, and look at them and go, oh, that's Superman and his boy. To me, it looked kind of like Bruce Wayne and Damian a little bit. It was kind of hard to tell the difference. Like, if Batman was in the same book together as Bruce Wayne and Clark, would you have been able to tell the difference?
Yeah, probably, because one would have been wearing a bat suit and the other
Well, no, as in their human form.
wearing glasses.
No, Superman wasn't wearing glasses.
Why?
He
It's
wasn't.
like his secret identity, right?
Yeah, but he's on the farm. He's doing his chore. So he was like carrying out, like, he was just without a shirt on. And I was like, man, that kind of looks like. So I mean, that's a minor problem. I thought the book was really good, and I was loving it. There's this character named Goldie, and
It's a cat. It's not
a cat.
character.
It's
really.
a character.
Didn't really have.
He's a
any-
cat who is a character,
Okay.
and I was falling in love with it. Like, it was John's best friend.
Yo,
It
I
was
just
jumping
want to
through
tell you,
woods.
it was on one page. It was on one page, but if you fell in love with it, that's fine.
And all of a sudden, like, the cat gets snatched by this hawk. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh man, no. Can this happen? Like,
Yeah,
my
I guess
heart's
so.
beating, and all of a sudden, Jonathan's like, no! And shoots out fire. His eyes shoot with his eye powers. What is that powers? Fire? Eye beams.
Laser.
Late. Is it? Shoots with. I'm gonna cry again.
Why are you crying?
Because he hits the bird and the cat dies. It was one of the. I rarely cry on comics. Like, I don't really get that emotionally invested, but this book I did. Like, I was sitting there like, no. Like, I read the page like 300 times just to, like, I saw the collar, I'm like, no, maybe he's okay. Did he drop off? Like, is he just, like, is there somehow he's alive? And it broke my heart. And, you know, they're at the dinner scene, like, they're making something out of it. Like, he's at the dinner scene, and, you know, they're asking where the cat is. He's like, oh, I don't know, Mom. Is he not here? Oh, like, he knows. I was really, really sad by it.
I'm really sorry about that.
It broke my heart a little bit.
Yeah, I can tell.
But, I mean, overall, it was a really good book. And I would have just loved it, because I was like, man, cat's in a book, and the cat's going to be, like, his, like, best friend.
So tell me what's really good about this, because I don't think anything happened.
Well, it was kind of... if you've been reading Lois and Clark, you go from them hiding out, where he has to pretend to be Superman, he's wearing his black costume, where now Superman is dead, so he wants to replace the mantle since he's a Superman. And it's kind of fun to see them dealing with that. Jonathan has just learned the secret, his dad's Superman. So he's...
He didn't learn it in here, he knew it.
He learned at the end of issue 8. He found out.
But this is a number 1. Shouldn't we be learning more about the characters in a number 1 than we do from a number 8?
Correct. That's where he's justifying. He's
this
like,
is a starting point.
We're all lying. And that's the problem. This isn't technically a number 1.
It's a terrible starting point.
It's and that's why I have a problem with, like, this isn't number 1. This is issue 10 of Lois and Clark.
Yeah, it's a bad starting point.
But
like, I don't know why he's grieving over Clark Kent's death. In a number 1, like, how did that happen? Where did Clark Kent die? Why are there multiple Supermen? At the end, was that Clark Kent, or was that Clark Smith?
Well, you had to read the
Why did they change their name to Smith?
And see, that was discussed.
Why does he have a kid?
See, and I understand. I understand.
How does the kid have powers?
See, and that's the problem. Like, this isn't a Superman book. This is Lois and Clark Superman. So if you didn't read Lois and Clark, I understand you were like, all those questions you've asked were answered.
No, they weren't.
In Lois and Clark. Like,
oh, okay.
That's what I mean. Like, they've already been answered, except this number 1 doesn't do it. So I understand your point. Like, here you go. This is number 1. I'm going to read it. I'm going to get enjoying out of it. And you're just like, what is going on right now?
Pretty much.
So I understand your pain there. But for me, like, being invested in it, you know, the art, I stuck on with it because the artist was Lee Weeks. And so then...
Oh, that was Lee Weeks?
This wasn't. The old series was.
Shoot.
So that's why I was reading. I was like, man, Lee Weeks is doing it. I'm going to read this. And I was like, oh, man, well, I'm reading this. But, you know, I can understand why you didn't like it. But at the same time, maybe it means you should go back and read the Lois and Clark.
I don't know.
To find out what's going on.
No, thank you.
No?
No, thank you.
Oh, you don't like it?
Too many Supermen. And then at the end... What
I don't know what happened at the end.
So, Superman came in. Like, is this the guy's dad? And then he's just like, oh, you're coming with me. So Superman's abducting his own child? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
He's the Superman, right?
Correct. And John knows that his dad's Superman, so he's like, hey, let's go. And he looks so scared. It sounds like, why is my dad?
Or not my dad.
Or maybe the reason the kid looks scared is because he killed a cat, and now the whole world's going to, like, throw him in jail for it.
What happened in the beginning, too, when he put his palm down and the grass turned blue?
I don't know. That's something new. That's something 100% new. I didn't remember seeing that before. He doesn't have that kind of powers. But yeah, he picked it up and he's like, it's all blue. I was like... So, my hope is he's going to bring back that cat. If maybe he can bring people back from the dead.
So he brought back Superman without knowing it?
Maybe.
Through the grass?
Maybe. I mean, it's the DC universe. Anything can happen at this point.
So Superman actually turns into Swamp Thing?
No, he turns into Black Hand.
Okay.
From Green Lantern.
I mean, I'd read that.
So.
At least it's interesting.
So,
sorry.
It's all good. You don't have to like everything.
I know.
Now, this week, a book that came out, which will be discussed in the next episode, because it's almost a segment at this point. Department H. This book, I'm so excited to read this. Are you?
Yeah, always. It's a good mystery.
It is. I want to know what happens. I want to read the clues and find out. Like, I'm hoping to have a better guess at who it can be. Like, I'm hoping next
Did your
week.
guess change based on reading the second issue?
No, my guess didn't change.
So, who was your guess? Do you remember?
Yeah, my guess is the Sun, and I believe the. I want to say it's the
Business
security.
partner?
Yeah, the business partner. No, the security guard. Security guard. Why am I agreeing with
I
you?
was putting words in your mouth.
I know.
It's just like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's like I agree with that. No, it's
Sure.
it's the Sun and the security guard are my two guesses.
Okay. I think mine was the business partner.
Yeah, and the Sun.
No.
I don't know. I just know that right now they're trapped, and I don't know if they make it out of there, like that Sun, he's behind it. I know he is. I'll bet money on it.
So at the end of that last issue, they were battling this giant squid, right?
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah,
gonna
we're gonna find out
what's
what
happening.
happens. So she's not gonna die though, but he has to die. I want him to die.
Nobody has to die.
He has to die so I can eliminate him as a suspect.
Well, good luck.
I mean, I think that's the best way to eliminate people from a suspect is kill him.
Everybody's a suspect.
Exactly. So you just
Just because he's dead doesn't mean he's not a suspect, though. He could have done it, and now he's just dead.
yeah, but now I know if anything bad happens. I don't know. Just trying to figure out this book and figure out smarter than you do. Because your two-person theory threw me through a loop. So now I want
It's not just two person. Maybe the whole group did it.
You think it was a mass decision?
Maybe he
Man,
offed himself.
that's what they're all saying. But I don't believe
Maybe
it.
it's true.
I don't believe it.
He got so stressed out and he couldn't take it, and or maybe he just went out with the improper gear, and he was kind of crushed.
Hans, you know what time it is?
No,
It's time for our pick of the week!
I think you should have like a banner that comes in.
Yeah.
And just like,
Maybe I'll do like a spinning
I
graphic.
don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just like a cat making muffins.
Alright. So my pick of the week this week, it was a hard decision. I wanted to do The Flash. I wanted to do Detective Comics. There's a lot of them. But with the pick of the week, it has to be a book that I enjoy. It's a book that, if I only had $4, it's usually enough to buy one book. What book would I buy?
What book? What book?
Power Rangers number 4.
What is that crap? Sorry.
Power Rangers number 4. This, when we last issue, they were going to a Zord battle against the Dragon Zord. It was intense. It was
It looked like Pacific Rim.
kind of,
It
but
was Pacific Rim.
it was fun. I mean, you had the Zord battles. It was. I really want to know how it concludes here. It was. It's a book I'm enjoying. It's probably my favorite book that's out right now.
That's good.
And so with this coming out,
So
I
it
was
should
like,
be a
I have to. As I said, it has to be because I'm so excited for it. I mean, this book is flawless.
Is it the end of an arc?
It's not. No, I think issue 6 will be, but I mean, it's going on a roller coaster. Tommy's out of commission because Rita's kind of destroying his mind and brain and all that. She's poisoned him, thinking that his whole team's turned against him. So he's out of commission. So now the Zords are just trying to. Zoids, I love Zoids. Man.
Zoids was a thing. It's like a rip-off of Megazords, right?
Yeah, kind of. Different
know.
weapons. But Power Rangers is my favorite choice because I just want to see more of that Zord battle. I mean, reading a comic and seeing Zords fight each other, and the Saber-Tooth Tiger jumping, doing crazy stuff, I mean, sign me up.
Doing crazy stuff.
Doing crazy stuff, yeah. So your pick of the week, Hans. Why don't you tell the audience yours?
We totally went with James Bond. This is issue number 7. I don't know how to pronounce the subtitle. Eidolon? What do you think? Eidolon?
Idiolone.
Okay, I don't think that one's correct, but, I don't know
You
either.
told me to try, and I tried.
I don't know either. So, I picked this because it's basically the start of a new James Bond movie. The old arc, which I don't know how to pronounce that either. I'm going to say Varger.
That's not
Yeah.
a word.
There were some V's and R's and G's, and I don't think there were any vowels. So there you go. That ended, and this is the start of a new one, and that's the only reason I picked it.
Now, when James Bond came out, you told me it was really bad. Like, you're like, man, I'm not enjoying this. It wasn't fun. Are you hoping that this new book will spark some fun to it? I mean, did you like
yeah,
that new
because-
last arc?
The last arc was, whatever. But this is a new one. It's like having a new movie. Some James Bond movies you don't really like. Some James Bond movies are amazing.
Now, what's going to take you to stop reading this book if you don't like it?
I don't know.
I mean, you for a book that you didn't like that much and now it's on your top. I mean, you love James Bond. Don't get me wrong.
If this arc is not up to par, I'll probably say
This arc or this issue?
no. It's arc.
So you're going to give it another 5 issues,
Yeah,
and then
because
you're
it's
going to be like,
basically a
no.
movie. It's basically a 2-hour adventure.
So you got a beginning, middle, and end with the first 5 issues.
You did.
That's not bad. I'll give it to you.
First 6 issues, but yeah.
6 issues.
Yeah, this is 7. This is
I mean,
7.
I'd rather pay $12 and go see the movie than $30 and read it once a month.
Good point.
So,
Okay.
this has been Fresh Death Comics. Thank you so much for watching or listening. I'm your host, B. Luke. Hans, thank you for joining us on our special 50th episode. Thank you guys for... It's been exciting and fun. It's been a great adventure. So, thanks, guys.